Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. For anyone who is joining live today, thank you so much for being here and spending the next few minutes with me. And if you are watching this after the fact, thanks for checking it out. Be sure to leave a comment, a question. I want to hear from you as to whether or not this is useful, thoughtful. What questions do you have? What questions does this raise? I wanted to talk today for a little bit about picky eating. If you are the parent of a child who has moved through toddlerhood, or the grandparent of a child that you have also watched move through toddlerhood, not to mention your own kids, of course, it's quite likely that you have experienced this before. This idea that your previously adventurous eater, the child who would put anything and everything into their mouth, including maybe even the cat and dog food, right? Just willing to try it, that your previously adventurous eater has suddenly become a picky eater. Suddenly has likes and dislikes that they are not afraid to tell you about. Maybe even to an extreme. I absolutely will not touch a green vegetable, thank you very much. How dare you serve me macaroni and cheese? Don't you know I hate that? I know yesterday it was my favorite, and tomorrow it might also be my favorite, but today I cannot stand it. This can be jarring as a parent, as a caregiver, as a grandparent, and it can be unsettling, and it can feel like something has shifted and that it will never go back. So what do you do when your previously adventurous eater goes through this phase? If your goal is to help your kids develop a positive, lifelong relationship with food, the number one thing you can do when your previously adventurous eater suddenly becomes a picky eater is nothing different. I know, that's not helpful and it sounds crazy, but I mean it. Moving through the phases of development often is accompanied by things like changing preferences, changing goals for independence. And these things often, when it comes to food and mealtime, can express themselves as looking like a picky eater. And the number one thing you can do to help your kids develop a positive, lifelong relationship with food is to be consistent, to continue doing the same things you have been doing with them. So let's talk a little bit specifically. There are some things you should keep doing. Number one, you should keep offering a variety of foods. Continue offering foods that you are comfortable with your kids eating, and frankly with yourself and your family eating too. It's your job to decide what foods come into the house, what foods are served at mealtime, at snack time, and it's your child's job to decide how much they eat and of what. It's also okay to keep being considerate when you're selecting foods and choosing foods. Being considerate means making sure that there is at least one thing that you know your child will eat. It's kind of scary as a kid to sit down to a table and see nothing familiar or nothing that you feel like, oh, I know this and I can eat it. So it's okay to make sure that there is something that they like. This is being considerate for your kids, and it's not catering to them. So you can keep doing that as well. You should also keep modeling the behavior that you want them to see. You keep trying foods. Keep offering a variety of foods and trying them out yourself. Modeling the behavior that you want your kids to have in the long run is one of the best things you can do to help them develop this kind of positive relationship with food. And there is a lot of evidence about this. You should also keep inviting them to participate in mealtime decisions. Not always letting them choose, of course, but inviting them to participate in decisions about what you have for dinner or lunch or snack. When you're at the grocery store, about something that they might like to purchase or try, inviting them to participate with you at an age-appropriate level, right, when you're making lunch or dinner. All of these things give them opportunities to practice with foods that they are unfamiliar with foods that they love, and with just getting them comfortable in the space. So keep inviting them to participate in mealtime. And keep reminding yourself that this too will change. This too will end. This behavior is a normal part of child development, and it will change. For some kids, of course, and I'm talking about kids who are developing typically, there are kids who in extremes do develop beyond just a picky eater. And they may need more assistance to get through that phase. But generally speaking, this is a normal part of child development, and reminding yourself that it will end will help you in the long run. Now, there are some things that you should keep not doing as well. So don't cater to their every demand and their every wish. Just because they want a meal that is entirely white does not mean that you have to make that for them. This comes back to continuing to offer a variety like you have been doing. So don't cater to them. Don't, as much as you might want to, don't praise them when they eat something you've been waiting for them to eat again, or they have a behavior that you have been waiting to see. This will often backfire. So try your best to remain neutral and not praise a behavior, again, that you've been waiting for. And again, back to being patient with yourself and with your kids. Don't get discouraged. I know it can feel hard when you're in the midst of it, but kids do move through this. And you getting discouraged will not help you keep on track with all those other things that we want you to keep doing. When my middle child, my son, was little, some of his first foods were vegetables. He loved avocados. And around the time that he was like 12 to 15 months old, he refused to eat them. No more. And he really actually didn't want to have other solid foods either. And I kept thinking that I was doing something wrong, till I discovered taco meat. The kid could not get enough taco meat. And I thought, well, okay, he's eating something. And I continued to offer all of the foods that we did in our home, but really he just wanted meat. Now, he has come back to it. And his favorite vegetable are green peas. And he cannot eat enough carrots. And he's 12. So it has taken a long time for us to get there. And it took a lot of patience, and it took a lot of trial and error, but he's come around. And again, if you remain focused on the goal, if this is your goal, to help your kids develop a lifelong positive relationship with food, this is a phase and it will end, and you can get your kids through it. So after that, what questions do you have? Let me know. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next week.